Hello, beautiful viewers, Domithon throughout the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experience and sheer bliss. Because today I wanted to render my search engine history transparent as I strive to find stellar deals on DC Universe Classics action figure loss. Without further delay, without further ado, let's allow the search to commence. Alrighty, there's a slew of product listings. I'm going to further refine the search by searching the Buy It Now category and by subsequently adding the word loss to my search. Alrighty, there are a copious amount of listings for DC Universe Classics action figures. You ideally want to purchase them in lots as opposed to individually because you can reap greater value for your money by procuring the figures in lots. You buy them in lots with the prospect of being able to receive hefty discounts as you procure more figurines from the seller. If you purchase these figurines individually, then you'd have to pay exorbitantly high prices in order to obtain them. So I'm going to search by price plus shipping lowest first in order to further refine the search. Off the get-go, I haven't stumbled upon anything that I find appealing thus far. We have two figurines that encompass the Apache Chief in conjunction with the Samurai out of their innate packaging, being sold for a grand total of $18. Now ideally I want to find DC Universe Classics action figures being sold for no more than $8 each. However, if you need to add these figurines to your collection, and if you're an avid DC Universe action figure collector, then you may want to consider purchasing these figurines. This deal isn't atrocious by any means. It just does not appease me, because I want to procure these figurines for lower prices than $9 each. This deal trumps the aforementioned deal. Each figurine is priced at $8 each if you purchase them bundled together in the lot. We get the Toyman, El Dorado, and Samurai, which were produced by Mattel. The Toyman is wielding a couple accessories. The other two figurines have accessories. One is utilizing a cape. Another one is leveraging a sword. Four figurines for $35 is equivalent to paying nearly $9 per figurine, or I believe $8.75 per figurine. This deal is inferior in comparison to the deal that I scrutinized prior to bearing witness to this product listing. Alrighty, we have four figurines being sold for nearly $47. This is not the quintessential deal by any means. These figures are exorbitantly priced, they're loose, they're out of their packaging. They're likely not in mint condition. So they're clearly not worth the premium prices that they command. You could apparently buy Stell, which was a Build-A-Figure that you could have assembled if you collected all the figurines that his limbs came bundled with. It's a bit too pricey for a Build-A-Figure. I'm not content with paying $50 for a Build-A-Figure when I could just procure all the other figures in the set for slightly more than the Build-A-Figure within the set and still obtain the Build-A-Figure from the set. You have a bunch of random limbs for characters. You have random appendages. Alrighty, we have 6 figures for nearly $64.75. I stumbled upon another atrocious deal. I did test some movie versions of the Green Lantern figurines. I also did not need variants of Batman, nor do I need variants of Superman. I'd rather just have one of each character and allocate any remaining disposable income towards purchasing new characters that I've yet to add to my prodigious action figure collection. Okay, this deal isn't too bad thus far. The only issue is that the characters within the slot are relatively common. Most people possess a Flash and a Superman figurine. However, you are getting 10 figurines for slightly less than $70 if you opt to buy them now. This deal is by no means stupendous, but considering that you're paying roughly $7 per figurine, it's not too bad. This is something that I'd likely consider if I was interested in purchasing the figurines in the set, and if I had the financial means to do so. I cannot afford to splurge. I lack monetary wealth. Nearly any assets that I once had are depleted. The cost of living, at least in the United States, is exorbitantly high. The standard of living in the country where I reside is extremely low. So your dollars do not stretch far, at least in the US, nor in other sovereign nations, where the cost of living is just outrageously high. Alright, but I do not need to rant about the standard of living. Let's move on. Alright, once again we have 10 figurines for $80. $10 more than the previously showcased figurines, a part of the former lot. These figurines are a bit better in my opinion. This lot is not comprised of a Flash nor a Superman figurine. You get the Riddler, Deadman, the Cheetah or Cheetah Girl. I'm not sure what her moniker is. I think we get Supergirl. I'm not sure who all these characters are supposed to depict. I'm not well acclimated with the DC lore. Hopefully you're well acclimated with the DC Universe lore and know who all these figurines represent. Again, not really a bad deal if you are an avid, devout DC Universe fan and want to possess 10 additional DC Universe figurines that you have yet to own. These are the DC Universe Classics figurines produced by Mattel. They're akin to Marvel Legends figurines. They have ample points of articulation. They stand roughly 6 inches tall, and they have quality aesthetics. They have quality textures. They have quality shading. They have visual fidelity to the comic books they're derived from. These figurines are just extraordinary. I also love the fact that most of them have their hands clenched together. They look like they're about to enter the fray of battle and pummel their adversaries to death. I love their facial expressions. I love their sculpts. I love their muscle tones. I love their flexibility. They seem relatively sturdy. These figurines are by no means shoddy. Mattel will give you tremendous value for your money amid producing these figurines. They retailed for under $20 each, and they certainly had merit. I'm not sure their exact retail price, but I'm almost certain that they were less expensive than the modern day Marvel Legends figurines, which were lackluster in contrast to the older Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines. So if these figurines were $10 amid being released into retail stores, then they certainly merited and warranted and were worth their retail price. However, if they were more than 20, then I would have forgone the opportunity to procure them. But now in the second-hand market, unlike the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures, on eBay you can get them for under $10 each if you could find an extraordinary deal. Once again, I stumbled upon another deal. 12 DC Universe Classics figurines, priced for $109. We have the I think the Sentry is derived from the Marvel Legends line. I'm not 100% sure about that. Apparently we have Sinestro, a variant of Superman, a movie-based Green Lantern character, some obscure heroes. You have the Uncle Sam figure, the Batman obviously, and the notorious Ra's al Ghul. So we have some decent figurines in this lot. Again, they're a bit pricey at nearly $10 each. Or nearly $9 each. This deal is negotiable. You have 29 figurines packaged together in a lot. You can negotiate offer. You can haggle the price down. You have Plastic Man. You have Firestorm, I believe. You have Green Lantern figurines with interchangeable heads. You have Batman. You have Dr. Light. I'm not sure if his moniker is Dr. Light, but you can verify that for yourself. You have Lex Luthor. Who is infused with the power of the Red Lantern. You have Booster Gold, Robin, Kid Flash, another variant of Lex Luthor, and Ape. This lot isn't too bad. If you could obtain these figurines for $200, that would seem relatively reasonable. Just bear in mind that they're used. They may have depreciated a bit. They may be past their prime, however they're in near mint condition. The seller is willing to compromise and negotiate an offer for these figurines. This lot isn't too appealing. I do not know the lore behind most of these characters, so even if I could afford them, I would forgo the opportunity to procure them, even at a further discounted price. Since I'm not very interested in obtaining figurines that I know very little information about. So we have another lot here. These figurines are unscathed. They're in pristine condition. The integrity of these figurines has not been compromised. We have Power Girl, Red Tornado, Cyborg, Firestorm, The Flash, Robin. What else do we have? Aquaman, Green Arrow, Deadshot. You have a plethora of figurines. I love the Demon figure, as well as the Red Tornado figure. These figurines are just exquisite. They're novel. They're just remarkable in all facets. They have visual fidelity to the comic books, down to the minutia. They have visually appealing aesthetics. Their appearances emulate their appearances in the comic books. They belong flaunted on a shelf. They shouldn't be relegated to a storage unit. I would love to possess these figurines, but for over $30 each, this deal is unequivocally not worth the asking price. The seller is willing to negotiate an offer. However, I'm not sure how much leeway he's willing to give the prospective buyer amid negotiating an offer. How much will he settle for? Would he be willing to sell these figurines for $12 each at most? I highly doubt it. He's probably looking for quadruple the price of that offer. So who knows how much these figurines will be sold for. The future is an enigma. The future is precarious. The future is unforeseeable and obscure. These figurines are just unbelievable. I love being engrossed in the DC Universe. I love the DC Universe Classics line. I would presume that it's discontinued and has been displaced by another series that Mattel is churning out figures for. But I shouldn't make arbitrary assumptions. I should conduct research about the line before I presume that it has been discontinued. I hope it's not perpetually discontinued if it is discontinued. I hope that it's only on a hiatus, and I hope that more figurines can be produced within the line in the pending future, but who knows what will transpire. Overall, there are some decent deals if you could obtain figurines that you love for under $8 each in a lot. Then the product listings for those types of deals warrant the asking prices. However, if you need to splurge and spend above $10 to procure these figurines that you likely do not possess, then I would forgo the opportunity to procure them. Always negotiate with private sellers. See if they are willing to be consumer centric. See if they're willing to decrease their asking prices in your favor. See if they're willing to negotiate a deal, haggle the price down. Be unyielding. If the seller is not willing to part with his collection for a discounted price, then be patient. Check eBay in the future and see if you could find a better deal, which supersedes the former deal in all facets. Remember, in an open market, there are a myriad of buyers. There are a myriad of sellers to purchase items from, and there are also a myriad of buyers. In other words, if you lose an auction, you may see those items resurface and reemerge on eBay in the pending future, being sold by another collector who won a bidding against you. It seems as though Apple action figure collectors sometimes need to resort to parting with their collection and have relinquished their collection with the prospect of liquidating their hunks of plastic. Action figures are nice, but they are pricey. They take up ample storage space, and not everybody has the capital or the monetary resources to be able to afford to house them, or to be able to afford to finance a storage unit perpetually. So you're likely to see these figurines in the pending years on eBay, even if their prices fluctuate, but I doubt that they'll command prices above $20 in the pending future, especially when you consider that 3D printers are apt to become mainstream. If 3D printers become mainstream, then perhaps consumers will be able to print out and manufacture their own DC Universe Classics figurines from their own abodes. Who knows if Mattel would be able to sell the license to consumers that permits them to print out DC Universe Classics figurines from their own homes. Maybe superior versions of these figurines will be spawned in the future. I do not know, but I'm hopeful. I think the value that corporations will provide consumers in the future will transcend the value that corporations provide consumers today. So I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic, and I'm going to continuously search for deals until I stumble upon figurines that I can afford and believe have merit for the prices they command. That's everything. If you're an avid DC fan, then perhaps you may want to consider purchasing some of these lost today before they get sold out. If not, then postpone your purchasing decisions and consider purchasing them in the future if you still desire them. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing, insightful, and enthralling. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.